this video, I'm going to give a different perspective on inflation that a lot of people don't talk about. As an Amazon seller, as a reseller, as a business owner, we can be thinking about inflation differently. Inflation, it really stinks for a lot of people. A lot of people, the cost of living has just gone up by a solid amount. Suddenly you're spending a ton more on groceries. Suddenly to just do anything is more expensive. That's super annoying and frustrating and irritating and really difficult for a lot of people. But for a business owner, for an Amazon seller, we kind of want prices to go up. There wouldn't be this many opportunities to buy things low and sell things at a higher price if it wasn't for the fact that just people are willing to pay more for stuff. People are able to pay more for stuff. There's less supply of certain things. And so as an Amazon seller, we can definitely provide more goods and services to people and better goods and services to people. And we're gonna have more money to be able to pay for the goods that we need for ourselves. And that margin between maybe we're spending 10% more on items that are potentially affected by inflation, but maybe we're making 23% more or 58% more or 200% more because it's harder to fulfill these services just because there's less of these items around in stock. So this idea is basically coming from a podcast where I listened to Louis Howes and Grant Cardone talk about just a bunch of different things. But the main idea that I'm talking about from this video is a different perspective on inflation, because at the end of the day, like, you have to just ask yourself, are you a consumer or are you a producer? You know, like, if you're just a consumer and like you're completely dependent on your employer for your income and it's not really going to go up that much, then a 10% spike in everything that's just a hypothetical number. I don't know what the actual number is 100%, but a spike in things is going to be like massive, detrimental, terrible, awful. But if you're a producer and, you know, like these days it feels like to have anyone come and do anything, any type of service, like I'd be surprised if you could have someone come and like scoop your dog poop for less than $70 these days. So like if we live in a economy like that where people are willing to pay for things like that, imagine what you could charge for good service, providing rare goods that people don't know how to purchase and don't know how to get them at a cheap price. Like, you're gonna make much more than 10%, and in the end you're gonna have plenty of margin to be able to do whatever you need to do. So this is just gonna be a short video. I just thought a different perspective on inflation would be really helpful for the people who are running businesses, running Amazon stores, running eBay stores, and just generally in the producer mindset rather than a consumer mindset, because, you know, there's so many goods and services that we can provide that people are paying for every single day that they need, that's going to make their life easier and make their life a lot better. And so if we can go and produce those goods for people, you know, like, we're going to be absolutely fine. Like, case in point to this, it doesn't even have to be Amazon. For example, my neighbor here, he's not right there right now. A year ago, he was working for a landscaping company and he had bad hours. He wasn't getting paid that much. He was learning a lot of good stuff, but he wasn't really getting paid that much. But around a year ago, he decided to go on his own and do his own thing. For the first several months, he was having a lot of trouble getting jobs. He didn't know how to get Yelp jobs without paying for ads. And so he was going through a massive learning curve there. But at this point, I talked to him probably 5 days ago. He said he's making 3 times more than he was making when he was working for someone else. That just goes to show there's a lot of opportunities out there for people who are actually willing to put in a ton of time and effort to actually learn something, actually get good at something. And at the end of the day, like, it was literally a year. It was only a year. In the grand scheme of things, to make 3 times more than what you were making before and be a producer instead of a consumer, that's a massive deal. Just want to give this encouragement to people who are out there trying to produce a lot of goods and services for people, because, you know, there's a lot of stuff out there that people would love to pay you for, because if you come there and give a better service and deal, people are gonna have your service and take your service or buy your goods on Amazon. So, much love. Hope this is helpful. If you guys are wanting to join a free Amazon community, I do have a Discord that's completely free. in the description below. Also, I don't talk about this too much in my videos, but I do offer consulting, and so there's going to be a link for that in the description below. I just don't talk about it much, but if you are a serious Amazon seller who is wanting to do eBay to Amazon, preferably if you actually have some experience selling on Amazon, I do work with select few people on that. So there's that option in the description below if you would like some business consulting. With that, have a good day and take care.